PACचो चेअरमॅन आशिल्लो तेन्ना ताणें इल्लीगल मायनिंग ह्या नावान एक कॅम्पेन चालू केली. ती कॅम्पेन ताजो आता जो मंत्री आसा निलेश काब्राल ताणेच एक्सपोज केले की ती कॅम्पेन सगळी एक पॉलिटिकल स्टंट आशिल्लो. आता मायनिंग इंडस्ट्री जी आसा ती कालची इंडस्ट्री गोंयांत न्हय आणि पयरची न्हय. ही मायनिंग इंडस्ट्री इज एन इंडस्ट्री which is existing in Goa since the pre-liberation time, and this industry has been serving the state and its people in two ways. One is revenue for the state and second is employment. एक गोष्ट लक्षात धरपाक जाय की जेन्ना सुप्रीम कोर्टाची ऑर्डर आयली तेन्ना मायनिंग ऍक्टिव्हिटी बंद जाली 7 फेब्रुवारी 2018. पूण ताज्या पयलीं मनोहर पर्रीकार मुख्यमंत्री आसतना ताणें एक स्टेट गव्हर्नमेंटाचें डिसिजन घेतिल्लें which was on 10th of September 2012, that is much before the judgment of the Supreme Court. And state government, wide its decision of 10th September 2012 was first to suspend mining operations in Goa. Now this aspect has been also appreciated and noted. When I say appreciated, it means noted by the Supreme Court in its judgment of 7th February 2018 at para 110, where Supreme Court has noted that it was the state government which first stopped mining operations and activity in the state. So basically from 2012 onwards, you have got BJP-led government in the state. First it was Parrikar, then it was Parsekar, and now it is Parrikar again. Now, if you see, since the 7th of February 2018, the state government and the central government have done nothing to solve Goa's mining issue. They have not taken any decision, and they have showed that they are completely non-performing. काहीच केलं ना. When this judgment of 7th February 2018 was passed, thereafter immediately Chief Minister went to US for treatment. And when he went to US, he formed a very unprecedented entity called as Cabinet Advisory Committee, which was never unheard of. When the Chief Minister goes out of the state and when he is unavailable, it is generally the charge that is handed over. But he shied away from doing that and he formed some very unprecedented entity which had no sanctity. But he formed something called as Cabinet Advisory Committee. 3 entities were in that one entity. Goa Forward Party was represented by Vijay Sardesai. Maharashtra Gomantak Party was through Sudhin Dhawadekar, and BJP was through late Shri Francis D'Souza. त्यांना जर तुम्ही पळय recollect करशात, Sudhin Dhawadekar was speaking of a review petition. Vijay spoke of an ordinance route. So there was no unanimity even in that CAC. Nilesh Cabral, though he was not in CAC and though he was not a minister then also, he was an MLA. But he was intervening or filing an intervention petition. But the intervention petition ही कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन्स जी तेन्ना आमकां दिश्टी पडली ती आज सुद्धा कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन्सूच आसा विदाउट एनी सोल्युशन. आणि हे जे कन्फ्युजन आसा ते आता सामके उक्ताडार आयला की हे डेलिबरेट कन्फ्युजन आशिल्ले ऑफ द बीजेपी which has pushed the livelihoods of lakhs of mining dependents to the brink of its existence. We are concerned about the mining dependents because they are lakhs in number, direct dependents as well as indirect dependents. Now, तुम्ही जर पळयशात, they took delegations. BJP took delegations. First to Union Mines Minister Narendra Tomar, then they met Railway Minister of that time Piyush Goan, now Railway Minister and Commerce Minister Suresh Prabhu. They met Union Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari. They met Principal Secretary to the Prime Minister Nipendra Mishra. But what has come out of it is a big zero. What has come out of it is a big zero. And if you see, this government of the BJP has done nothing to bring about a solution. They have never articulated anything as a government. The constituents of the government have articulated confronting and different viewpoints. But as government, this government has not articulated any solution. Any crystallized viewpoint. They went and met Modi some few days ago. Modi did not get time to meet them. But finally he got time a few days ago and he said, "Dekhta hu." Nothing more than that. They came back. Amit Shah came to Goa. First he addressed through video conferencing through his booth workers in South Goa, no solution. Then North Goa at Bamboli Stadium, no solution. So Amit Shah, though he came to Goa also, no solution. Now I am telling you the chronology since 7th of February 2018. If you see this year's economic survey of 18-19 which is tabled, clearly points out that government's revenue economy has suffered due to mere contribution from the mining industry. It is a fact that Goa government is borrowing money. Goa government is making borrowings for running administration and day-to-day affairs. And in such a situation, is not coming out with any legally sustainable solution to restart mining. A few days ago, Shripad Naik said, who is a North Goa MP, you see, Shripad Naik is a cabinet colleague of Modi. But he, being a cabinet colleague, could not manage an appointment for the last 1 year. This is the importance Shripad Naik enjoys in Modi cabinet. That he could not manage an appointment with the Prime Minister of the mining dependents for the last 1 year. He managed it, or somebody managed it, I don't know, some days ago. It was a photo opportunity, nothing more than that. Shripad Naik said, sometimes he talks, but if you analyze it, it means nothing. And this is one such illustration. He said, this is widely reported in all the press, he said that government will find a solution by 15th February. It's been reported in all the press that government will find a solution by 15th February. Within a few days, BJP state president Tendulkar, again widely reported, he has made this statement on 8th of February, widely reported, that this solution is not so easy and may take some time. Now this time business is going on from 7th of February 2018. So while Shripad Naik talks of something and basically means nothing because he's always meant nothing, Vinay Tendulkar speaks something else. Chief Minister doesn't speak at all. One cabinet minister comes out of that day's, so to say, cabinet meeting and says that Chief Minister has said that whatever it is has to be decided in the state. Now, if it was so, why did you all go to Delhi? And if you all have gone to Delhi, what did you all do in Delhi? And if it was to be decided by the state, then why you have not decided so far? So basically, what is in the mind of the state government, what is in the mind of the central government is known to nobody. What this government is thinking at the central level and the state level as far as the mining issue is concerned is known to nobody. Now, if you see therefore the chronology of facts and the statements of these BJP leaders, it is very, very clear that the BJP has no intention to solve the mining issue. It has no intention of solving the issue, and therefore it is very clear that if we want this issue to be solved through a legally sustainable solution, then BJP government has to go out in the state as well as at the center. It is becoming clearer with the every day that is passing that if you want a solution to come which is legally sustainable, then BJP government has to go out from state and center because they have no intention to solve this issue. As I said earlier, we are very concerned about the dependents. There are lakhs of them, and so many are directly dependent. They are into truck business, they are into small mechanics, this, that, and so many ancillary things, direct dependence, indirect dependence, running into lakhs of people. And if you go in those areas, the economy has come to a standstill. Not only in those areas, as economic survey points out, the state's economy has taken a beating because the revenue that is not flowing in from the mining activity. So, village revenue has collapsed. Livelihoods of people are at the brink. The revenue of the respective districts have collapsed. The revenue of the state has collapsed. The treasury of the state is suffering. And the central government and the state government are in deep slumber. Therefore, these mining dependents have a cause, and we are sympathetic to that cause because their cause is to preserve and save their livelihoods, which cause we are sympathetic. And therefore, we support the mining dependents in fighting against this government to bring about a legally sustainable solution. And on 26th of this month, the mining dependents have proposed an agitation on this issue as regards the government's failure to bring about a solution to this issue. And the Congress party supports that agitation of the mining dependents because it is a cause which is genuine and it is a cause which is needed to be supported.